Well, hello there, apple biteys there. Look at what I got here, the beautiful bitten apple mic straight from Wham Stand. And isn't this beautiful? I'm telling you, folks, you need to get yourself some beautiful Wham Stand stuff because he makes great stuff. And I just love the fact that this is magnetic and I can change whatever logo I want to go over here. You know, and he does that. He actually personalizes your logos and puts them on their thing. And of course, the great thing about this is sometimes when you go to do the interviews, you got those little mics that, you know, you're like talking to people. But now I put it inside of here and I have a great big mic with a beautiful logo on it. And it's all Wham Stand, folks. Go check him out. He does fantastic work. And I wanted to start off with that because isn't this pretty?
Yeah.
Dude, I remember the last time I was on here, the Wham Stand guy was on there. I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Dude, yeah, exactly.
I just remember looking at this thing like,
I tell people all the time that like if you want to make your table look great at a convention, you got to hit.
Yeah, no, I definitely need to get I'm actually doing my first convention here in April, so I need to get Wham Stand stuff. Yeah, it's very exciting.
Which one?
Shenandoah Comic-Con.
Oh, very nice.
I'm doing confirmed for this year is Shenandoah and Fairfax.
No, I've heard good things about Fairfax.
Yeah, same here.
So we will see how it goes, but I'm very excited. Hopefully, get some growth.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta say that one of the good things about conventions is that it actually showcases the indie guy. Because you're out there, you're meeting the people, you get to talk to the people, you pull them into your table and go, look at what I have here.
Yeah, I was just at Emerald City Comic Con and their artist alley and writer's block was absolutely amazing. I never really thought about indie authors coming to a convention until I saw all the amazing authors that were there. And I was like, oh, wait, yeah, this makes sense. Why have I not seen this before?
And it's growing and it's becoming something because even New York Comic Con this past year, they have their own writer's block.
Mm-hmm.
So it's beginning to take it.
That's good to know as a writer that I've helped out a couple of friends at Boost before, people that I've written books with, and it will the question always comes up. It's like, oh, did you draw this? No, I did not. I wrote it. I came up with everything that's in it.
Wait, do you get you're the writer?
No, I get that's still cool, and then they walk off. And it's just yeah, cool. Please compliment me. That's great.
I think the worst one I ever heard was somebody was talking to somebody at their table, and they had the art and they had the book, and they're the writer, so they were the writer there at the table. And then he just says, oh, are you the artist? He goes, no, I'm the writer. He goes, oh, you're just the writer.
Yeah. No, I've definitely, I think I've gotten that once, but it's just yeah, man, I'm just the guy that came up with everything.
Yeah, just the guy.
I only made the script and then did yes, you know what? Fine, I'm just the writer.
No respect.
No respect. You need to get a little pin that says "just the writer."
Yeah,
I think that's what we should do.
Lean into it.
Accompanied by a Rodney Dangerfield T-shirt,
Just the writer.
No respect.
Well, there's a big trend in Artist Alley right now where it's they have pins that say "I'm the artist," because the amount of people who are like, "Did you draw this?" and they go, "Yeah," and they're like, "What?" And I get that all the time when I'm at shows and they're like, "Oh, you work here?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I sewed these, I designed these." They're like, "What?" And so it's a little, especially an exhibitor, they're like, these are all from China. Yeah. This is all drop ship from China.
They don't expect it at all. Yeah, they don't.
It's like a jump scare. Ooh, artist.
I remember when we were at New York Comic Con, and I'm telling people to go check you out at your booth, and oh, but it's just one of those stuffy places. I'm like, no, she makes them, she creates them, she actually sits there and you have to see her Mothman. You have to go now. Go check.
He calls to you like a siren song. You must go to him.
Exactly.
Go to the boy.
Dude. I tell everybody, the butt alone will get you.
I know. I'm almost out of stock of him, and unfortunately, he does not sell well enough for me to order him again. So he's now. It is a really sad. So he's now a retired design, but I brought him out to go to Emerald City because, I didn't realize that Seattle loved cryptids as much as I do. Hell, I'm from West Virginia and my family didn't know who Mothman was. Why would Washington State know? And so I went over there and I brought like my retired cryptid collection. Mothman sold like crazy. I was like, oh my God, the people. Bigfoot, however, my baby Bigfoot, still no buyers. Can't get that boy.
That's because they deal with Bigfoot. They don't want to.
Exactly.
They're like, yeah, man, I don't need that shit in my life.
Can you imagine? No. I saw him last night. I don't want to.
I don't need another one. I already got one in my garage rooting for my trash. I don't need one.
Do you have any other Mothman like there with you? Because
yes.
I want to show off his butt.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna turn my camera real quick.
As we talk to, as Emily goes and looks for it, we talk to Michael Oden.
Yeah, of course.
Hi, Michael. How have you been?
Very busy.
Anybody who's doing the Kickstarter is very busy.
So I think that, oh man.
Oh, look at this.
The front.
This
is in the front.
He has a button and he has a
in the back. He's thicker than a Snicker.
Emily, I need to.
All right, Emily, hold on. Go ahead.
Go on ahead.
Oh, yeah. Thicker than a Snicker, physically accurate Mothman. Look at him. He's so cute. He's so funny.
I am so amazed that he doesn't do better than.
I know. The cows and the dragons and the kittens are just a little more universal, I think.
It is, yeah.
Like even our dumpster darlings are not nearly as popular, which I can't believe it. Look at this guy. Look at
I gotta say, like when I saw these, I know
a couple of people that would definitely get that.
But Bernard,
I've got to link you up with my buddy John Shell. He had a book come out last year called Blossom, which was one of my top reads of 2024. That book made me freaking cry, but like he would make an adorable version of Blossom. Like it's like he's very open about this. I don't mind talking about it, but his first daughter they lost at like towards the end of the term of the pregnancy, and so he like Blossom is a story about his daughter, and it's effectively they planted this cherry blossom. The father plants this cherry blossom tree after his daughter passes, and it's been like a year or so since, and he's going down to cut down the blossom tree, and so one of the cherry blossoms comes to life, and it has no dialogue, but like it will wreck you.
It's one of those.
It's so good.
I already know John it would destroy me.
Yeah, like John did a tremendous job, and like with seeing the kind of aesthetic of the plushies and everything that you're doing there, like that needs to happen. So
yeah.
Like I highly recommend. Like
we have to send people to look for this. If you have the links to his stuff, put it.
I can pull them up right now. I've got block. I actually did a beautiful. So like probably one of my biggest books that I have right now is called The Embrace, and it was a similarly like depressing book.
I don't know about depressing, but it was pretty good.
dark superhero story about a father who like the ghost of his son comes back and saves him, and they're a superhero team together.
Nice.
And so we did a crossover print. I think that's actually on here. But yeah, this is look at how pretty this is.
Oh, I love that art style.
Yeah. I remember now there was that.
And there's the crossover print.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
You got Blossom up there, and then here's the Embrace, and there's David the Ghost. But
So this is the link to his last Kickstarter, right?
Yeah, he's got a new one that just started up too, but like Blossom was such a beautiful read, and I'm sure he would love to like doing a collab, making like a stuffed animal of this. I'm sure would be incredible.
Wow, that looks nice. You're right.
I highly recommend it.
Would kill at this one.
Super talented dude. He also has another book called Wingless. That's the first book that I got from him.
Oh.
That is absolutely fantastic about a wingless cardinal that's going out and getting like it's like it feels like Secret of Nim on steroids. Wow. It's awesome.
Oh, I like that.
Like it, really good.
Love that. Yeah,
look, he's around the show, but he's on the show. Oh man, so we're putting all this praise on Emily. So Emily, you need to show off why we're putting all this praise.
Yes. So hi, anyone who's coming in. My name is Emily, and I design stuffed animals for a living. And this is my 5th Kickstarter, Dumpster Darlings, and they're all based off of real life vermin animals. And I was really excited to do this one because my past campaigns have kind of been more fantastical. Like I've done like garden dragons, sprout cows, coffee kittens. And I really wanted to take a look around and see animals who are kind of forgotten and kind of bring them to light. And something I'm really excited about this campaign is we're actually partnering with Piedmont Wildlife Center in Raleigh, North Carolina, who does amazing conservation education and work and helps rehabilitate animals. And one of our stretch goals is actually Edgar the Raven, which is based off of a real life Edgar the Raven, who's an ambassador animal of them. And we're raising money to get him a new enclosure. So once we hit 50,000, we'll be able to make Edgar the plush. But if we don't reach him, I'm still going to have him as a pre-order because that boy needs a new enclosure.
That's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
I know that right now you've most of them are funded already.
Yes.
And Edgar's not funded. So let's say somebody wants Edgar, but it's not funded yet. Do they buy one of these and then wait and then switch it?
So you can do that. So I recommend pledging at the lowest level for the 1 plushie tier. Mm-hmm. And if people do that, it will get funded. That's how it works. But if we don't reach that, you can always cancel your pledge up until it ends, or you can switch it out for another plush, any of the unlocked plushies as well. Like my personal favorite is Bernard the pigeon.
I love Bernard the pigeon. It's not because we're from New York or anything.
Well, okay. So Olivia the rat is actually inspired by my 2 trips to New York this last year. Because let me tell you, the amount of rats I saw in that city.
It's insane.
And they were brown rats. I was like, and they were all like this beautiful color brown. And I'm like, I think I can cook here. I think I can cook. And so like I really just wanted to do something that kind of tied into other campaigns, because like the whole idea about these plushies is they live behind the Coffee Kitten Cafe. Our last campaign was little plush kittens in little mugs, and the idea is they live behind there and eat the scraps from the bakery. Robbie the raccoon was caught stealing from the bakery, but instead of kicking him out to the curb, they let him live in the back. Aww. Because and then he's also deeply in love with Mocha.
Now that you're saying all this, you know where I'm going with this. Now that you're saying, now I want a story. Now I want to see it happen.
I'm working on it. I have been working on children's books for a little while. It's just difficult.
It is.
Michael, you may know this. It is difficult write a book. Especially when I'm
children's books, especially.
Yes.
Because what ends up happening is that as adults, we start to overwrite because we're trying to express adult emotions through the characters that we've come up with. And what you end up with is this scene that should really only be like a page because it's a kid's book. It's turned into 12.
Yes. So that's kind of my biggest thing. What I'm really excited about is I'm working on the first one, which is about our book dragon. And it's going to go through different types of fiction, different types of genres that maybe what's book dragon's favorite genre, and kind of going through how to attract a book dragon, do you leave out a fiction book to bring them to the doorstep? Do you put out a nonfiction or a fantasy, a mystery, and kind of going through the different books and things like that?
You know what that reminds me of? If you give a moose a muffin.
Yes.
I get serious that's great.
Yeah, I'm really
I can hear
excited
it now.
about it.
Give a dragon a book.
Yeah. Give a dragon a book. He learns for a day. Teach a dragon to read. He learns for a lifetime. There we
Exactly.
go. But yeah, so I'm really excited about this campaign. It closes on April 1st. So we still have plenty of time. I have some fun videos planned. I'm actually meeting the Piedmont. I'm actually going to the Piedmont Wildlife Center to actually meet all of the ambassador animals tomorrow. So we'll get some fun pictures of Edgar the raven and also their own possum Pumpkin, which I'm very excited to meet. But yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
Emily,
So-
if you want, when you do those, because I know you put them on Instagram,
Yeah.
some of the videos, collab me and and we'll do it on both.
Oh,
on both
absolutely.
sites.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We'll do this. I have to collab with them, but we'll see if we can do. We'll figure it out. I know we can.
Yeah, because I love collabs only because it shares it on multiple sites without having to do all the work.
Exactly. But yeah, I really love this is my second campaign on Backerkit, and I've actually really enjoyed working with Backerkit compared to Kickstarter, because I've done 3 successful campaigns on Kickstarter, and then I've now done 2 on Backerkit, and it's just been kind of night and day with the logistical side of it. So I've very much enjoyed it. Oh, Petunia, sorry. I love Petunia. She's a neat freak just like me. You can't tell by my background. We're moving. You don't look at it.
I gotta say, you can tell by your background because it's all neat and all put into a shelf.
All
It's not like
sorted
most
by
people with
collection.
and they're thrown all over the place.
All my plushies sorted by collection versus handmade. It's
That's where you need it to be.
yeah, right in between. But yeah, I'm really excited about this campaign. I have loved I didn't realize how much people loved these animals as much as I do. And so I've gotten some really great feedback. At Emerald City, like in Seattle, we had so many people who wanted to buy them there. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. They're not available yet. It's only on the Backerkit.
I was going to ask you about that because usually as soon as people see your stuff, they want it there. They want it now.
I know. Well, we found it really didn't lead to any backings like on the Backerkit when I had it in person, which I kind of I predicted that a little bit because listen, if I'm going and I'm looking at something, I'm like, I don't want to back it. I'll just wait for it to be available next year when I'm here again.
Right.
I'm the same way. So
one of the things that I've discussed with a couple of other creators when they do the Kickstarters and stuff is having something that they can get there. So they back it and they get something. Yes. That way, if it's more, it's like, oh, I got something and I backed it. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, we tried doing like if you back it, you get like a free sticker. But people were like, I don't want to do it.
That's not really the same. I think it's like a hard sell when you've got like the stuffed animal and what have you.
They're like holding Robbie the raccoon plush in their hands, like I want him. I'm like, I know. But I'm really excited though because last year at GalaxyCon Richmond, I had my coffee kittens there as like a display only, and we had the same thing happen, but now we're going to actually have them there. So hopefully everyone who saw them last year and was like, oh my god, I love this, a year has come and passed and the babies are here.
You make a video. It's like last year.
Yeah.
Here. You guys
don't worry.
And now he's here.
It's like a dramatic 1 year ago.
Exactly.
1 year ago.
Last
kittens were just a dream.
On Alpacasews. Oh my god.
Alpacasews is going to be my legal name when I become a lawyer, and so I just sue everybody. I was when I was in a program for entrepreneurs this summer, and the guy there kept calling me Alpacasews, and I was like, it's okay, it's fine, everything's fine. And I'm like, Josh, it's Alpacasews. He's like, Alpacasews. I was like, I got to have a whole nother business that's all suing people. I'm going to become a lawyer, and it's going to be the firm of Alpacasews.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Right?
Yes, exactly. Oh my gosh.
There he goes, Edgar.
Yes, there's Edgar. He's Now, fun fact, I've learned about Edgar from the Wildlife Center that he loves to eat rats. So I have a whole little skit planned where Edgar is like friends, not food with Olivia the rat. Like Edgar.
Oh, that's
Edgar,
cute.
no.
That's another video.
Yeah, there we go.
It's bad. Bad Edgar.
Bad Edgar. Don't eat Olivia.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Lessons that must be learned.
Yeah, just like a small one. Just like a little nibble. A little nibble won't hurt. Just a little one.
I'm just gonna lick her. I'm cleaning her, yeah.
I always think of Nemo. He goes,
Oh my god.
oh my gosh.
Dude, do you already have her made?
Edgar is currently in the works. So the partnership with Piedmont didn't get finalized until like a week before the campaign. And so I was like, this was going to be like a super stretch goal, like that was unlocked later on. I'm like, no, I want people to be able to see that Edgar is happening. So he's currently in the works. He should be done in the next week. Our mini ones are actually finished. 2 of them are finished up and going to be being sent to me. The other 3 ones looked really wonky and they needed help. And they just need a little bit of tender love and care before the public gets to see them. They just feel nothing's perfect, you know. Nothing's perfect the first time.
But that says a lot, though, that you're making sure that it's perfect because somebody else will probably be like, whatever. Yeah.
No, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. I think I gave them like a 5% increase in the head size as like as a note. I'm like just increase the pattern size by 5%. just
make it more cute.
Cute now, please.
Exactly.
Yeah, the cute dial all the way up. Necessary.
That's the way to go with it.
Exactly. But yeah. So then our plush keychains are currently in the works. They're going to be unlocked in less than $1,000. So our first keychain to be unlocked is going to be Bernard the Pigeon. Can you just imagine him, but like this big? He's going to be so good. He's the best little boy who ever lived. I personally just really love plush keychains nowadays because one of the biggest like notes I get every time I go to a convention, like, I don't have any more room for stuffed animals. And I'm like, neither do I. So I'm like, how do I make them smaller, cuter, stronger, faster? I have the skills, I have the ability, and it's making them small. That's my simple, my one joy in life.
I gotta say, man, dude, here's the owl right here.
Yeah.
You see the cuteness that she has.
Edgar. I'm so excited to meet him tomorrow. I'm so ready. I'm excited to eat pumpkin. To see what you come back with. I know. We're gonna have some fun videos. I think you're gonna see. I think we were talking earlier about the crazier your brain gets in a video, the more fun it is to watch. Yes. I'm on so little sleep. I think it's gonna be the wildest little video.
That's the best.
Yes.
That's where you have the best streams, is because you're just completely just, I don't even know what's going on anymore. I'm delirious. I don't even know if I'm here. To be frank.
That happened to me at Emerald City Comic Con. I just made a one-off video of me staring at this frankly beautiful painting of like a half bird man holding a little bird. And I was staring at him for a while, and I just took a video of it back and forth, and it got 300,000 views. And I was like, are you kidding me right now? I spend hours on other videos. But I guess that
you never get the content that you want. You never get the engagement that you want off of the stuff that you want to do well.
No. So it was
that's exactly what we were saying.
Yes, exactly. They just need
it's the golden rule.
Yeah.
If you want it to do well, it will not.
Yes. I just need to not
or it will not perform as you wish it would.
I just need to stop caring, and then I think I'm gonna be the most viral girl in the world. But yeah. There's all of our.
It becomes better if you buy more than one.
Yes. So because it's just so much for that first little one, because they honestly don't weigh a lot. But it's the size of the package that ends up being the issue. Like if you have like 2 plush, we can fit that into one size, but it's 3, it's another size. But yeah, it tends to be a mixture of weight and then the size of the package and everything like that. I've learned a lot about shipping over the last 4 years, more than I would ever wish to know.
You have to.
Yeah.
Like, I got to a point where I was just like, I'm not doing this anymore, and I hired I use Critical Blast for my fulfillment for my books. I'm just like, yeah, I'm not dealing with that headache anymore. You just give me the invoice, bro.
Yeah. I actually have a warehouse manager who we have our own warehouse and he ships out everything, and I'm just like, yeah. Like I've had so many, like, especially with plush, because there's quality checking involved. I've heard horror stories, like true horror stories of like some fulfillment centers. Yeah, but I also know some really great ones. I actually know fulfillment centers personally who are fantastic. So it's just a matter of, I think I have control issues.
You should.
Understandable.
Control issues. That's how you make sure things go right.
Exactly. We literally quality check every single plush like that comes into our warehouse.
Napoleon micromanaged everything down to priests not giving not giving good enough sermons at church.
Yeah, I'm just like Napoleon, short and angry.
He was average height for the time.
He was average size, but I will not let it go.
I gotta say, this is a quick turnaround.
Oh, the production?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is how all of ours are.
Usually you gotta wait especially for plushies, you gotta wait 2 or 3 years.
Oh yeah, no. I have a fantastic. Especially, I've been working with them for almost 4 years now, so I know what the production time is, especially for like certain amounts. Like the moment, like I actually put things into like one of the things that can take the longest is safety testing. Right. So like I get CE testing, ASTM tested, so they can be sold internationally and also in the United States. And so that's one of the things that take the longest. And so I just do it preemptively. I'm like, okay, they're funded, they get tested. And so right when we get the funds from Backerkit Kickstarter, which is like usually 2 weeks after the campaign, that order is set. And then it's in production, and it usually takes 2 to 3 months for it to be made, and then about 1 month for it to arrive to me.
That's awesome.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I love my manufacturer. I've heard
and that helps too, because we talk about it here on Kickstarter all the time, where if your book is ready to go, if your book is already made, people will back that quicker than they would if your book is going to be made. Yes.
I have some friends of mine who got their book funded through Backerkit as well, and Michael, you might have some more opinions about this because you have more experience, but I've heard that she very much enjoyed the experience of getting it funded through like crowdfunding means instead of doing traditional publishing. And I'd actually love to hear your opinion on that, Michael, just because like I've only heard it from like someone who did like a cosplay crafting book. She did both traditional and crowdfunding.
So I can't really speak from the traditional publishing aspect, because when it comes down to comic books, there is a massive lock on the gate for people to get into like mainstream publishing. Like, even if you're going to the houses like Image, Boom, everything like that, like you might as well be making your own book, because effectively what they like, if I'm a writer and I want to pitch to any of those companies, I can't just turn in a script or something like that. I have to turn in a full package of 6 pages of completed art. And frankly, they ask for 6, but if you don't have at least a single issue of it done, you're gonna get rejected because they don't want to foot the cost. You, especially for someone that's an unproven talent, you need to have a synopsis, breakdown of your entire story, and a sample of your script. And like they go through everything. And so at that point, you're kind of at a position where, I mean, do you really want to jump through all those hoops? Not really. So you end up just doing stuff on your own.
Yeah.
Crowdfunding has really opened the door in the past, I want to say like 5-6 years. And with comics, it kind of fluctuates, and just like it does in the comic book industry, right? Like there are some times where everyone's doing really well, other times where, things dip. And right now, I think comics crowdfunding I can only speak from the comic book aspect, but I think comic crowdfunding is hitting a point where we're in a bit of a dip. There's been kind of a supercharge of there's been a not supercharge. There's been an oversaturation of content. Lots of people with disposable income coming in making indie comics, which in one way is really cool. Another way, it dilutes the pond, right? It makes people question whether or not it's worth backing. Because the fact of the matter is that for every good project, if there's 10 bad projects, well, who do I trust? Who's going to put out the right thing?
I think also, Mike, one of the things that's happening is that the bigger companies are now doing Kickstarters. So that takes away from the money. Yeah.
And the way that they're handling them are incredibly unethical. And I could do an entire thing on how certain companies have handled their Kickstarters. Boom. Goodness. Gracious. Massive cough. Massive. Oh, God. Another one.
Hail to the chat.
Hi, Miranda. My lady friend has entered the chat. Hello. Anyways, but the point is that right now comics crowdfunding is kind of going through this whole thing where there's the aspect of the big companies. There's also people who were big industry veterans that did crowdfunders, and now they are X amount of years late on a book that burns goodwill. Like it's a whole thing where it's really hard to say right now. I feel like there is a massive uptick in popularity on prose books on crowdfunding because the biggest threat to a project being completed for most of these people that are hosting these indie Kickstarters and everything like that is paying for the production of the art, right? And that's the big holdup. Whereas if you're only paying a to-print order for words that you're putting down on a page, well, at least you're guaranteed a product. So, there is actively a boom there that I have seen. I have seen a lot of really successful
artists starting to do what you call as half prose, half art, where doing illustrated novels.
And that's actually something that I was trying to experiment with ages ago and just didn't turn out. But point is, I would say that there are definitely advantages to either one. Bring it back to your question, Emily, is I think that there are absolutely big advantages where there's not as much bureaucratic red tape when you're doing this by yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, when a publisher is doing it, you have to have an attorney go through your contract and everything like that and make sure that A, you're getting a fair percentage on profits, but B, that they don't put some sub clause into this that allows that publisher to just sit on your book for however much time, and you can't go shop it at elsewhere. Make sure that your non-competes are good. So there's less bureaucratic red tape in that regard. But the drawback is that the publishing house has the promotional resources that most of us average people don't.
Yeah. Sorry to keep asking you questions. I'm just so fascinated by publishing and everything like that. Do you find that even the traditional published books nowadays are doing the same amount of work, pushing their books online just as much as you are? Because I'm seeing people posting up books constantly, even if they have a traditional publisher. And I'm at that point, if you're having to do the same amount of social media push on your end, is it even worth paying for a traditional publisher to get that the word out there?
I would say yes, because at the end of the day, the reason why the publishing houses are doing that is since the pandemic, doing social media streams and everything like that has become a very comfortable way to effectively have the convention experience without having the potential dangers of getting people sick, et cetera, et cetera. So, but that being said, the big thing that the publishing houses do offer is, again, you have Miranda. I swear I will send you the Backerkit for this. This is so up your alley. It's not even funny. I hope your work is going okay. Anyways, point is that as I said, there is something to be said for a publishing house's ability to use dedicated resources to funding a marketing campaign, right? Like, you or I are not going to be able to invest enough money into Facebook Marketplace, into any of these things to make marketing campaigns really worthwhile.
Yeah.
They do.
They can.
Like it. And the fact of the matter is that
I want to interject a little bit here, only because what pisses me off the most is you put the money into these ads, right? And all it does is show it to the people on your thing. Other people see it, but all of a sudden now the people that weren't seeing it that follow you, all of a sudden they see it. I'm like, why am I paying to show off the stuff?
Or I should see my ads. Or I see my ads. I'm like, why am I paying to see my own ads? I don't understand.
So like here's the whole deal though, is that if you have the money to actually invest in it, like let's say you had $15,000 to invest into a marketing plan, right? You would be able to dedicate for let's say you took that $15,000 and ensure that about $1,000 a week is going into Facebook ads, and you're having them targeted for specific demographics and trying to create overlap strategy. Now all of a sudden that starts to work because your money is going a longer way, because but like most of us, like the most we could do is like, oh, we'll throw like $50 in here for a week, or I'll throw in like most people on our scale, the max of our marketing budget that we could probably allot is around $2-3 grand, which is fucking nothing. For these companies. They're not going to do anything with it. Like it's just it's how it is. It's unfortunate. This is how, but like this is how free market economy works. Like it doesn't stop because we're on digital. Like that's just how it goes.
It's so true.
I think that the biggest thing here is that if you have an established audience and everything like that, not going with a publishing house is absolutely something you can do. Yeah. Right. You can be your own publisher. But if you're still building your stuff up and a publisher approaches you, it's absolutely worth doing. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, they're going to put you in a direct market and they're going to give you a marketing strategy. The important thing, though, is making sure that you have someone go through your freaking contract and make sure that you are protected and you aren't getting the freaking Jackson 5 treatment. So that's really what it comes down to, is you need to protect yourself, because at the end of the day, this company's job is not to make you successful. This company's job is to make themselves a fuck ton of money off of the thing you created. And there is a symbiotic relationship there, where in order for them to do that, the best way to do that is to forward face your author or your creator or whomever. Absolutely. But they can also shackle you with that if you aren't careful.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So Miranda says, is that getting one more chance? What was getting one more chance?
I think that she's talking about her campaign. Her campaign's still live.
Oh,
it's still on.
Emily's campaign is still going.
I'm on until April 1st. Lord help me, my body is broken and my will is shattered.
My Jackson 5.
It's the Jackson 5 joke.
Went right over our heads, even though I was the one that made the reference.
I gotta say, it went completely over my head. But what I will do, because I know somebody out there is already going, but Ralph, you didn't put the link into the comment section. I'm not gonna do the work and go follow it and find it. So there's the link in the comment section. Don't give me that Ralph stuff, okay? and yes, I'm making fun of you again. So. So this is a great segue, because now
Yes.
Oh, that's a great segue. Just random.
No. It's the fact that you were just talking about all this. It was a better segue before I said all the crazy
Okay.
stuff.
Yes,
but the crazy stuff makes it fun.
Fair enough.
Go for it.
Okay, well, this is Elysian Fields Reborn. This is actually a reboot. The first book that I did when I got into indie scene was a book called Elysian Fields Issue 0. And I had a lot of success. I funded it on Indiegogo. I raised a little shy of $9,000 on my first book, and I had a lot of backers. And it was this whole lightning in a bottle moment. And then I did the follow-up Elysian Fields Pyramid Gambit very shortly after, thinking that I had learned so much from that campaign, and then promptly lost a lot of money on the second book. And so this story both brought me into comics and almost got me out of it. But then I went on and I worked on a whole bunch of other things. But this story has always kind of stuck with me. It's a passion project, and there were lots of things that I learned throughout my time doing it. And initially there was a point where I thought that I was done with this chapter, where I was like, all right, I'm not going to go back and do more. But I eventually was starting to get people like hitting me up, like, when are you going to do more Elysian Fields? Like, this other stuff's really great and everything like that, but like we really like Elysian Fields. And I was like, well, where were you on my Pyramid Gambit campaign?
You've been sending me the arts, and I've been finding it on your site, and I'm like, look at this.
It's really
good. That's one of the big things is when I had a completely different art team when I started, and not to say that they were bad. These guys are on a completely different level. One of the big things that I wanted to do is if I was going to go back to Elysian Fields, I wanted to start fresh and apply everything that I had learned in the 5 years that I've been doing books. And part of that is talent acquisition. And I think the moment that I really decided that I was going to do this, I was in the middle of playing through one of the Darksiders games. And I was just like, you know what?
Good game.
I was like, you know what would make Elysian Fields really work? Like a kind of Joe Mad style. Like if I were to find an art team that had like a really similar aesthetic to Joe Madureira, that would fucking sell it. Like that would be the thing to make this book work. Like that would clutch it. And then like literally like a week later, I see this campaign. I don't even remember what it's called. It unfortunately didn't fund, but it had this art team on it. And it was this 2-page splash of this like hulking giant dude like punching through something. It straight up screamed like 90s Joe Mad. And I was just like, okay, yeah, that. And I got in touch with those people, Will Reyes, Tiago Gomez, and Ruvian. And I was like, I did a test character sheet of a new version of Achilles. And it ruled. And I knew, I was like, this is it. So we started working on character sheets, developed our core cast of characters that were going to be appearing in this issue. And it's been a blast to work on, truly. We actually, I just had the final page turned in here today from the inker. So it'll be colored by COB tomorrow, and then I'll have it lettered there by Thursday. I've literally am finishing putting together the print file. We will have a proof in hand by the time we launch. And the first 20 backers, one of the cool things I'm really looking forward to here is the first 20 backers, I am going to ship a 1 of 20 proof copies of this.
Nice.
This variant to them completely on me, signed and numbered by myself.
That's amazing. That's incentive there, people. That's what you call it.
Yeah. So like as great as this cover is, we have like a stacked cover roster, and I think we have all of them on the pre-launch page. It was really cool because like I got to work with people I didn't think I would ever get to work with, because they saw some of this interior art that you're looking at right now and we're just like, what the fuck is this? Tell me more. And I was just like, all right, well, this is the pitch. Achilles goes down to the underworld and fights in a tournament alongside Heracles and Hippolyta against other people from different mythologies. And they went, okay, yeah, I'm in. And so it was really cool. We've got the person in question on that was, we got V. Ken Marion, who is like what Jorge Jimenez is right now to Batman. V. Ken is becoming to Green Lantern. Like, he's been on like 5 or 6 Green Lantern books. He's absolutely fantastic. Has this really awesome blend of aesthetic between American Western comic book art and anime and anime manga. It's awesome. What you're looking at right here is by Vaughn Randall and Robert Nugent. Vaughn is both of those guys are working on Spawn books right now. And Vaughn is a guy that I've known since I started. He actually was one of the first people I got to do a variant cover for Elysian Fields. And when I was doing things the first time, and it's been so amazing to see his star glow up. He's such a tremendous talent. And then getting to work with Rob, he was one of those people that was just like, dude, this is fucking sick. Like I'm all for it. And so like this turned out great.
Look at this cover, man.
It's insane. I was just looking through the page. I'm like, oh my god, this is really good art.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, because I hadn't gotten a chance to look through it. I'm like, holy! I don't think I can cuss on here, can I?
Oh yeah. Well, it doesn't
Holy
matter because
shit,
I cursed
amazing.
ages ago, and Michael cursed already too.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was like, I've already if there was any sort of like inhibition, I've already like dropped like at least 2 or 3 F-bombs. It's all good. So this is done by one guy. This is a no name that I found. His name's Zach Pamintuan. I hope I didn't butcher that. He's from the Philippines.
Wow.
But as I said, I think I said this when we were in the green room, about 3 days prior to our campaign going live, which is the 5th year anniversary of Elysian Fields issue 0. Hades 2 is getting its full platform release. And so I wanted to initially I was going to try and hit up the art director from Hades 2 and see if she was available for a variant. She wasn't, and even if she was, I would not have been able to afford that variant cover. But I was looking through ArtStation and I looked up like Hades fan art. And I found this guy. And it was identical. Like the way that this guy's art looked was just like it was ripped out of the game. He did such a good job. So I hit him up, and like this guy had never even done like cover. Like he's an art student. He's like he's a 19, 20-year-old kid, never done any professional work. He didn't have a rate. And so I was just like, all right, well, how does this sound? He goes, that sounds more than fair to me. And I was like, awesome, let's do it. And he crushed it. It's such a good cover.
This cover's fantastic.
An amazing job.
Dude, I'm sitting here and all of a sudden in the back of my head is like, I want to see him do Ghost Rider now.
Huh? You want to see him do Ghost Rider? I mean,
I'm looking at this and I'm like, I want to see him do
specifically Robbie. I would love to see him do like a Robbie Reyes run.
Oh yeah.
Like I think that he would crush a Robbie Reyes run. But yeah, so Zach, phenomenal artist, just tremendous talent. All of these guys, obviously tremendous talent, but like it's one of the things that when I started that I really wanted to do was help bring artists that haven't really been established up, because I feel like, you know, A, a rising tide is good for all ships, but B, I feel like that's one of the most difficult parts about getting into comics is there's so many people who want to get in, but it's so difficult to get there, to get noticed. And so if I can help get someone there, it's a cool thing. And I'm thankful to have helped at least 2 or 3 people in my time where, like, obviously I'm not going to say that I'm the person that made the mainstream or anything like that, but like I had them on a book, they got noticed, and now they have steady work.
Awesome.
And that's a fantastic feeling.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's so helpful. And it's one of the things we love here at on Bit and Apple is the fact that, you're right. You guys know, I always say the same thing, is we raise each other up. And that's what we should be doing. We should be raising each other up.
Absolutely.
And
One of my
then-
favorite
Go ahead.
Well, one of my favorite things just about small businesses and small artists in general is like every time I am in that sphere, I've never felt so more supported than around other artists, right? And I think it's because we all know the struggle. It can be very lonely at times to be an artist, a writer, like a content creator. And I think we all want each other to succeed because there's like we're all fighting ourselves. We're just working on ourselves. And I think the community has been such a fantastic resource. And like the amount of times I've shared other artists and been like, how has this person not been seen before? My 2D artist, Kirsten Cook, who is also known as Charming Studios, I praise her constantly. She like does not do art for a living, but the art that she does for me is so amazing. And I'm like, if I can give anybody a platform and be like, yeah, look at this amazing art. This person is so talented. Look at it. Look at this art. I will do it. And like,
Absolutely.
I think, Michael, I love what you're doing. Like even the team that you found for this art is amazing.
Yeah, and what's crazy is, as good as those pages look, you haven't seen anything.
Yeah, I definitely signed up to be notified because I'm like, ooh. So now it's 81.
81.
I've shared this page before, but like I will gladly do it again.
Yeah.
Because I've shared this on social media, but this is just to give you guys an idea of like what this team is capable of, because like holy crap. Like, and this is literally 2 pages after everything that was done in the preview. Like Ruvian was like, hey guys, I figured out some new things that I'm going to try out with the colors. And we're like, okay, dude. And then he came back and the next couple of pages like,
dude, I forgot that this is the regular page in the book. I'm here thinking there's another cover.
This one is a cover. This is the V. Ken Marion.
It looks like a regular page.
This is the V. Ken Marion Andrew Dollhouse cover, which I have dubbed the Lionhearted edition.
It's really good.
It's so good. But like,
all right, just so you people know, Michael here is about to go to another show at 9:00. So Miranda's saying, "Hey, I'll see you at 9:00. Have a great rest of the show." So you guys can follow him over there.
Yes. So I'm going to show you guys 2 pages here.
Hold on, I gotta get rid of this, and I gotta add this. There you go.
Oh wow!
Wow.
That looks so good.
Yes, it does. You're right though. Those colors. Wow.
Yeah.
And like this is literally, so I had a 12-page preview done that was on my last campaign for the Embrace 2. That
I remember. Yeah.
Like, this is literally, that's page 13. That's page 14. So these are like the first 2 pages after that preview, and they're on a completely different level.
They are.
Wow.
Wow.
It's going to be insane. And this is I can't even say, like, there's not really a boring part to any part of this book, but this is the stuff that like you could get on a Wikipedia page, because it's Achilles' last battle at Troy. So we set up the narrative and showcase the death of Achilles. So these are his like final moments. This is all stuff that you know if you know anything about the guy.
I do.
The exciting part is what happens next.
Ooh.
What
So-
happens next, folks? What happens?
Like,
next?
You gotta sign up to be notified to find out.
Exactly.
yes.
And I put it in the comment section, so you can't say, Ralph, you didn't put it in the comment section.
And thank you, Miranda. I will see you at 9, sweetheart. Oh,
Man, dude, folks, you guys got to really take a look at this. How much is the book going to cost?
so very affordable. It's going to be we will have a digital tier that'll be $5, and then every single cover of the book.
Tier.
Huh?
That's pretty cheap for a digital tier.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I know.
Yeah,
because comics should be accessible. That's the whole point.
I'm just letting people know that's pretty cheap for.
Yeah. And so then for the physical edition, which is a 8.5 by 11 prestige format, 44 pages of story from cover to cover. It's 56 pages because there are some extras I throw in there because I'm cool like that. It's $15, and that's for every cover.
That is pretty cheap.
That's pretty good.
And we have collector boxed here. We have original art. But let's say you like 2 covers. You'll be able to add on whatever covers you want. You don't need to buy the box to get all of them. You can do mix, match, and everything like that in the add-on section.
Nice.
And I give you a lot of freedom.
Very, very nice.
I know I'll be checking it out. I'm
We launched March 28th.
I'm very excited.
I'm already salivating over here. I'm like, come on.
And as I said, if you're in the first 20 backers, I'm going to I should be getting an invoice from the printer in the next couple of days. Send the print file to him. It's pretty much all done. I'm just waiting on the last page, and then once he has that, I'm getting proofs of each cover, and then I'm getting 20 specific proofs that will be for the first 20 backers of the campaign. I sign a number and I ship it out like that week.
You tease.
So I'm taking it on me to get it out to you, because I think one of the big things that I wanted to showcase is, since this is a reboot and this was something that I had already crowdfunded before, I want people to know that they aren't funding the experience. They are buying it.
Yep.
And if you're in the first 20, what I'm doing is I'm giving you these proof editions first, because our stretch goals, we're going to have cover upgrades.
Right.
So one of those each of those covers are going to be completely different depending on how far we get along in the campaign. I'm obviously hoping to get to a certain number, because it would be really nice to be able to, pay myself for a change. And it would be really nice to be able to immediately take a pool of that money and immediately get the second book underway. I'm very excited.
What is that pay myself thing?
Yeah, I know.
What's that?
What is that like?
I think what makes it so funny to me is that people out there think that we're making money off of all these things.
We do it because we love it.
Exactly.
We do it because we love it.
Nobody's making money. We're all just trying to make the next thing we're going to make.
Yes, exactly. Literally.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Yes. Yeah. We're all just trying to scrape by.
Exactly.
And not cry into our wallets.
Yummy says it. It's a labor of love.
Yes.
Oh my God, folks! You just saw 2 excellent things today. I'm like looking for money to already get myself another little friend.
Dr. Bovine.
You see what my daughter did? She added a little rose.
Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect for him. Now, fun fact: Dr. Bovine will fit in the trash can, and Robbie will
that
fit
makes
in the pot.
sense.
Yeah.
Well, in case you guys are wondering, see.
He has little toes. It's very important. They just get cold, so they have to stay inside the pot.
I gotta say, one of the things I do love is the fact that this is also huggable.
Yes.
It's not like some other places where they have the other piece and it's like stiff and hard.
Yeah, it's like packaging almost. No, everything I have must be soft and cuddly, or I will scream.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
That makes sense to me.
Listen, a labor of love indeed. I am going. I do this for me.
See, that's the good thing, and that was one of the things that I always look for, and and you're a perfect example, Emily. Is I was scrolling, and I saw the you were getting ready to do the. No, first I saw that you had made them. Then you started to work on the Kickstarter, and I'm like, dude, I was sharing that thing like crazy. And I'm like, that's the things I look for, because you want to see that passion. And folks, if you've seen anything today, both these people here are very passionate with what they're doing, and you can see it in their work. And I tell people all the time, that's what you're looking for. You want to see that passion, because then you're going to get something good. Emily,
just little babies.
Tell them one more time where they can find you, all that good stuff. That way they know.
Of course. So I am the owner of Alpacasews. You can find me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Elon Musk Hellscape, Blue Sky. You can find me on Backerkit, where Dumpster Darlings is still like in the works. We are 15 days to go, so there's still plenty of time to get your own little guy. It's very important to have your own little guy. But yeah, it was so good being on here. This is my second time, and it will not be my last.
We love you on here.
Yes,
it's always a great conversation.
Yes.
It's always a fantastic geek out.
I will gab forever.
And I gotta say, folks, we're trying to get to her Raven, and she's trying to reach 50,000, and she's already really close. So another thing, she's already funded. A lot of these guys are already funded, so you're gonna get this. It's there, it's done. So if you're putting money into this, you're getting what you're looking for.
Yes. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things, is when it's all unlocked and everyone's like, okay, I want to order that one. I want to order that one.
Yep.
And like, they don't have to be disappointed when it's not unlocked. Because I happened once in the Coffee Kitten campaign. We did not unlock Chai, but we did have her for pre-order afterwards, and people were just as happy. They're like, yes.
I think that's a good thing, because you're thinking about them. You're thinking about and again, you're doing the same thing. You've already making these things. It's just you're giving people a chance to pre-order.
Yes, it's helping fund it, but really it's I always call Kickstarter and Backerkit like a really complicated pre-order system. Pledge levels, add-ons. It's all just a pre-order with a very fancy coat of paint on it.
And of course, you're going to be hitting conventions in the next couple months.
Yeah,
so tell people where they can actually go see you in person.
Yes, in person, where I can break out of the screen and be in real life. I'll be at GalaxyCon Richmond, March 27th through the 30th. I'll be at AwesomeCon, April 4th to the 6th. And then I'll be at C2E2, I think the 9th through the 13th. I could be completely wrong with those dates, completely over my head. I don't know what time works, but they're around those times.
But see, you heard the name, folks, and we know these cons because we talk about them on the show. Awesome Con we're trying to get to, and C2E2 we're definitely trying to get to. I don't know if that's going to happen this year, C2E2, but Awesome Con is a more bigger possibility.
Yes. Go see some Smithsonians.
You'll have to let me know. I mean, Emily, you'll obviously be there.
Yeah.
I live in the Northern Virginia area, so
nice.
So you know Awesome Con.
Yes. Dude, I literally, before the show, you sent me a picture of me dressed up as the Shadow, and we're like, is this you?
Dude,
and I was just like, yes, from Awesome Con years ago.
Speak of it, that is such a coincidence.
It's all coming together. The stars are aligning.
That was back when I was in a shape that didn't resemble a barrel, and I had just come back from a deployment, and Scott Snyder was there. It was Stan Lee's last Awesome Con. Scott Snyder was there.
Oh, that was a good con.
Oh, wow.
It was when he was doing the Shadow Batman book, or Batman the Shadow for DC, Murder Geniuses, which is amazing. I love it.
Yeah, I love the Shadow. It was one of my favorite characters. And I talk about him a lot, and I always get that weird, the what?
The Shadow is one of the big reasons I got into this. I wrote I had written a script for an animated, I'd written a pitch for an animated Shadow series.
Ooh.
And I got onto the phone with with the guys over at Dynamite, their director of future projects, and he sat there and listened to me for 45 minutes. Like, this is fantastic, and if we still had the printing rights of the Shadow, we would pair you up with one of our veteran writers, and we would get you going. But I don't have that, and I've never had the screen rights for the Shadow. So I will give you the contact for Condé Nast. Good luck. I am going to tell you they are not friendly about those rights. So you're probably going to get a no. And I got the professional equivalent of "fuck off, kid. You don't know what you've done."
Whoa.
I
gotta say, I didn't know anybody had the rights to the Shadow.
Like, Condé Nast is the owner. Like, he's so like, technically I think that there are a couple of stories of his that are technically in the public domain at this point.
Yeah.
But his appearance, logo, everything like that, all of that's upheld by trademark held by Condé Nast.
Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah. And they ordered him out to James Patterson, which is gut-wrenching. I'm not going to go into that.
Don't get me started on him.
All right, so now, Michael, tell the people where they can find you, all the good stuff, because they want to go check out Elysian Fields.
On Instagram, you can find me at 9RP Comics. Twitter, you can find me at Elysian Fields _0, or whatever the fuck it's called this week is whatever Twitter X, whatever. You will likely see a bunch of cringe posts about me bitching about historical inaccuracies in film and other silly shit like that. It's generally what Twitter is there for, is stupid things. On Facebook, you can find Nine Realms Publishing. And then on Kickstarter, Elysian Fields Reborn. Please sign up. We're trying to cross over 100 signups before we launch. It'd be really cool if we got featured on Kickstarter's projects we love. I think that we have more than enough reason to be there.
Definitely. Yeah, folks, you saw this art. You saw all this beautiful stuff. You saw these amazing covers. Dude, help them out, man. It's free to help out. We tell you guys all the time, help sign up to get notified. It's free to do. If you ever wanted to help any of these people, this is the time to do it. You just do the follow, the sign up to follow, the sign up to get notified, and it helps out. The more followers a project has before it starts, the better it starts in the algorithm, folks. And of course,
very true.
I saw Emily over there because she saw the message. You have a rat plush?
I do.
Love rats.
Her name's Olivia. She's a bit of a bitch. Don't let her offend you. That's her character trait. Is she a self-insert? Maybe.
Oh my God, she is cute. She is fun. And she's inspired by New York rats.
She's inspired by all 16 rats I saw the 2 times I walked around the city. And then I was like, I'm done. I'm out, folks.
Did you put a little pizza in that trash can?
For you, Ralph, yes, I will put a little pizza in the trash can. Just for you. Only in your order.
It's like, put a little pizza in that trash can. Because the New York rats love pizza, just like New York.
Listen, I think all New Yorkers do. I don't think it matters the species.
No, it doesn't. The cats like it. The rats like it. The people, the
pigeons.
Like and it's kind of hard to have the name Raphael and not like pizza.
It's hard to be human and not like pizza. Any single person that says that, my jaw just goes like, God, what the fuck is wrong with you?
If you haven't had the right pizza.
And, dude, what bugs me out is when they start arguing about the pizza. I'm like, I like all pizza. Just put
Give me sauce and cheese. I'm happy.
So the only argument to be had about pizza is the freaking stupid debate of Chicago style versus New York style. Yeah. And my answer to that is Chicago style is great. It's not pizza. It's a fucking casserole.
It's a meal. It is a meal. Dude, I gotta say though, the Chicago pizza looks to be more like a Sicilian.
Oh, really? The keychains are not unlocked yet. So once they become unlocked, you'll be able to add them to your pledge.
Oh, the keychain.
I'm reading the chat. Keychains become unlocked.
She's doing your job, Raph.
I'm reading the chat.
That's why I like her. I don't have to work this hard.
Oh my God. I did my first live stream for this campaign. I live streamed the entire launch. I don't know how y'all do it. I don't know how.
Well, dude,
how I
as
do
someone with ADD, it fucking kills me. Like I have to like literally be like, all right, I need to focus on here because like I will straight up start doom scrolling the chat and being like, what are they saying?
Dude, there's times the chat is talking up a storm, and then I'll find out later on. I'm like, ooh, I should have put that up.
Yes, my biggest thing was like, I don't know what to do. So I just did a BuzzFeed quiz on would I survive in a fight against a raccoon. I didn't win.
That's sad.
I did not win.
Said, I do actually have to roll out here, guys. I've got that stream here at 9. It was so nice meeting. It's so nice meeting you, Emily. Raph, it's always a pleasure.
You know it is. Don't worry.
Yes.
We're signing off. It's time to
go. We'll free you from our words. We'll let you go.
Fantastic.
For now.
Thank you guys so much. Raph, if you want, there's actually a hyperlink on the cover on the Elysian Fields crowdfunding on the pre-launch thing that brings you to the trailer.
Ooh.
So
hold on. Well,
I will,
and I'll find it.
Yes, you have fun with that. All right, cheers, guys. Thank you guys so much. Bye.
And thank you so much, Yumi. I really appreciate it. I hope you're getting one of the rats and whichever.
Yumi's amazing. I've known her. I've known Cherry, as I call her, for a long time. And yes, I had a feeling as soon as she saw the rat, she was like, ooh.
I may say there were brown rats because that's the only type of rat I saw in New York. I thought of you, Ralph.
I have to say, you saw the cute one because the ones I usually run into are the black ones.
Oh yeah, and Finley, the daredevil. He's just a good little guy, good little man. Yeah, the amount of lore I have for all my stuffed animals, I could talk all day. Y'all don't deserve to be stuck here like that.
I feel like you can give her a little bit because she's over there plunging.
But no, I'm really excited, and I am actively trying to work on children's books when I'm not. I love that. And they both come in little trash cans, so they will have their own little homes.
And the trash cans are huggable.
Yes, they're plush. It's very important. Dr. Bovine can now live in a trash can.
There you go. I like how they stick out of those trash cans.
Oh, they have to see, Ralph.
Exactly.
Hold on. They have to be able to see. You think they're just going to be in a trash can and just let the world go on around them? No.
That's the point. That's what I like.
No.
I put up the wrong one.
Oh no, but that art style for his comic, I am so excited about it. It's beautiful. So I am so excited. I have signed up and I will be one of those 20 because I want it.
Dude, that's what I keep thinking. He keeps saying that, and I'm like, you're just teasing me. You're gonna make me want to do the first 20. I don't usually do the first 20 because I gotta find the money.
Thank you so much. Yours. Yeah, Yumi. Yeah, you could have. Yeah, I'm not going to assume it's my campaign. It could also be Michael's because his is also very good and also very fun.
Oh no, I think she's talking to you.
No, I never want to assume. That's like my biggest fear.
Because I'm part of that Discord over there.
Oh, and you're just seeing it pop up. Yeah. I keep trying to get into Final Fantasy online.
She's been trying to get me to play.
Yeah. I keep trying to get into it. Yumi. Talking to Possum. Yeah. Possum. I learned so much about Possum versus Opossum for this campaign. I'm like, there's so much of this world I've never known before. But yeah, I've been trying to get into Final Fantasy but the problem was, Ralph, I just kept sewing in the game. I just kept becoming a weaver in the game. I just kept leveling up my weaving. And I'm like, I thought this was supposed to be an escape, not me sewing online and in person. I thought I was built different.
Oh my God. She's saying that a friend of hers follows a Possum social media channel.
I need to follow that. Drop that in the chat because I need to follow that. I'm so excited. I don't know, Yumi, if you heard me earlier, but I'm going to the Piedmont Wildlife Center tomorrow, and I get to meet their little possum pumpkin. I am so excited. I'm ready to be Pumpkin's.
All that stuff you put together, especially because we want to help our Raven friend.
Yes. I am now Pumpkin's #1 fan. If Pumpkin has no fans, I'm dead. uh, but yeah, it's going to be very exciting, very fun. Yes, I love possums, raccoons. There's a possum in our neighborhood that keeps eating our cat food, so I'm doing what I can for the environment.
I got the raccoons. I've seen the possums. And it's funny because you're like, you're in New York City. What are you talking about? No, we got the
They're
raccoons,
here.
the
Yeah, they
possums.
live in the trash cans.
Exactly. So that's why the campaign makes so much sense to me.
It's all coming together. I'm really hoping to have a huge dumpster darling display for New York Comic Con this year.
I was going to say you have to have one
Yeah.
because it just feels like it belongs here.
Yes, it does. I'm like working on getting like cardboard shelves, like graffiti art on the walls, like the dumpster darlings. I'm really excited about it. But we'll see. We'll see.
And we're going to show all this to you
Yes.
once you get to New York Comic Con.
Next time on Bitten Apple TV, when Emily is terrified once again before New York Comic Con.
Don't worry, so are we.
Yeah, I will
and
say.
I've done this many, many times.
I don't know how people walk around it. I'm going to be so completely honest. I did not leave my booth. I couldn't go to the bathroom. I did not leave to go get food. I was back there hiding within the cardboard boxes. I'm like, this is too much.
I have to. Come on, it's too much.
It's like I thought Anime NYC was a lot because that was the first show I ever did in the Javits Center.
Yeah.
But New York Comic Con, that and MegaCon, equal parts.
Oh, definitely,
always. That's
and I feel you, Emily, because I have like which always bugs people out. I have all these. I have certain social anxieties.
Yes.
I did this in order to try to conquer those.
Yes.
So when I still tell people that, they go, "But you've gotten over it." I'm like, no.
I'm just good at repressing it deep down. Like I was extremely socially anxious all throughout, like up until I went to like college, but I really forced myself. Like I was a meteorology major. I tried to give myself to speech and debate. I did theater. I'm still terrified of talking to people, but do I make funny little videos on the internet now? Yes. I'm not afraid to be cringe. To be cringe is to be free, as they say.
I'm pantomiming here.
Yes. But so hopefully we'll have a really cool new display because I never bring the same display to a convention twice.
Yeah, I've noticed that as I've been watching you on the social media that you keep shaking it up, and I'm like,
I know. Yeah.
Oh, so you're gonna change things up all the time.
Yes. People have to be surprised when they see me. It's like jump scare. Oh my God, what is she doing? But also like if someone's coming to me to see me at a show like GalaxyCon Richmond, for example. Last year I'm gonna have different products than what I had this year. If they see me 2 years in a row, I want them to have a new and fun, exciting experience each year. Yes, you mean thank you. We are in this cringe together. Once cringe, always cringe. But like so like for New York Comic Con and like MegaCon next year and everything like that, I will have a completely different display. Hopefully, I really want to lean into like the dumpster aspect of it. I think that'll be really fun. But also like have it be behind the Coffee Kitten Cafe, so I still have the cutesy, but like in the back. Oh, you go out back and there's guys out there.
Dude, I can see a dual cafe.
You want trash? Check out the back.
Oh, I can see it, man. I like the way it sounds.
Like a little speakeasy kind of deal, like, you're here, but you want the other stuff.
Exactly.
Oh, you're not here for the cute. You're here for the grunge.
You have like a door in the background.
Yeah.
And here's the password. Go knock on the door.
Password is cringe is real. Cringe for life. But yeah, like I'm trying to do something really cool and really like engaging. Not necessarily this next New York Comic Con, but the year after that. I want to do something like really cool, really big. So hopefully we're still around then.
Oh, you definitely are. You guys just keep growing. I have to say, I am actually really proud that you've gone as far as you have, because I saw you in the beginning.
Yes,
and I can tell you, folks, she's grown a lot since
my even videos. I get like the memories of like, oh, this was you 5 years ago on TikTok. I'm like,
wow,
people watch that. They're like, it's like, hi, I'm Emily. This is my thing. And I'm like, how did I ever start a business?
Exactly. Well, I do
But
the same thing when I look back at because before it was a pre-recorded
yeah,
show, and it was
yeah.
a pre-recorded show about writing. And
Mhm.
anytime I go and look back at YouTube and I see the original shows, I'm like, oh my god.
We've grown, Ralph. We've grown.
Oh wait, look at this. You should sell them in a
Oh,
roughed up brown paper.
oh. Ooh. See, I'm actively looking into bags that look like dumpsters.
Ooh.
Like paper bags that look like dumpsters. Because I don't know, Ralph, if you remember our Coffee Kitten bags from New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
But we have to have another exclusive one for them too. Because I don't think I ever told you this, but people were literally coming to my booth because they saw
Just
the
for a bag.
bags and they
Yeah.
wanted the bag. I'm like, can I buy the bag? I'm like,
you didn't even have to tell me this because
Yeah.
I was walking around the con and I had people asking me. And I had people, oh my God, show up with the bags.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell's going on?
they're everywhere. Like I had these older gals come on, come back at least 5 times. Like getting something every single time. Like, I think I like New York Comic Con. Not because oh yeah, we made money, it's fine. But I've never experienced so many people being so excited about original art. Like that was something because to be honest, I was scarred after Anime NYC. I was scarred. Did not make money. And so I was like, well, I've signed myself up for Anime NYC Part 2, but it wasn't. It was so different.
Oh, no. 2 different cons. Yeah.
Completely different con. Yeah. And like people were so much nicer. People were mean at Anime NYC. I don't know what was going on there. But every time I was like, they're like, don't talk to me. I was like,
you know what's funny is that people usually say the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, usually they love Anime NYC because it's so friendly and a bunch of other things. And usually New York Comic Con is scarier, more it is. It's more.
Yeah, it's definitely more. I was just at MegaCon actually, and I think it was very on par almost with crowds of New York Comic Con.
Mm-hmm.
It was way too much. Like I tried to walk around even on a Sunday, and I was like, I'm going to vomit. Like I have
friends at MegaCon, as you know, and they were all like, "What the hell's going on? This is crazy, right?"
Yeah, I'm like, I was like, I can't leave the booth. I can't leave the booth. But it was overall like a great experience. MegaCon was definitely my best show to date, which I was not expecting. I went in there going like, I don't know. I guess I'll just bring whatever. And I was like, oh my. I was like, this is
that's MegaCon. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully I'll be there next year. But I'm really excited to do. Oh, I completely agree, Yumi. I've been going to cons since I was 14. Oh my God. We're not going to go into how long ago that was. But I have some creators that I remember when I was first starting at conventions, and then I see them all these years later, and I will go up to them and be like, you were one of the people that really made my first convention experiences so special, just seeing all the art that you brought. And I'm just like, dang. Like, and then now at KatsuCon, this is my 3rd year at KatsuCon, and I had some people come up to me and be like, I get one of your plushies every single year. And I was like, that is like, it blows my mind. I'm just like beyond honored, right? It's like having like, I go to the shows, I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. And like the people like impact me. Well, I always forget that I also impact people. Right. I'm like, right. I exist. What is this? I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, because now you're giving that experience that you got
to
somebody else. And I've heard that where I'm like, oh my God, did you see her booth? It was fantastic. I can't wait till next year.
Yeah. And it's like, and it just makes me really excited to come back and like try new things, make new things. We're doing keychains now, plush keychains, which I'm super excited about. Because one of the things, like as I was doing all these shows, like I don't have any room for plushies anymore. I'm like, neither do I. So now I'm making keychain versions because I'm like, well, what do I do with keychains now? I put them on my bag. I put them on my backpack. I put them on my
They're not
keys.
just for keys anymore.
No, they're not.
No.
Like Labubu, like all these blind bags, all these like I'm actually secret. Do you want a little secret? A little secret that I'm working on? We're working on some blind boxes for the Coffee Kittens. I can't show more than that, but
you guys saw a little bit of an exclusive there.
A little bit of an exclusive, but I'm actively like one of the struggles getting into business here for Coffee Kittens. I can't sell them wholesale, partially because they're not really built for it. Like the mug, the kitten, it's they're separate and you can't really see it. Sorry, Yumi. I'm sorry. I can't show this kind of information again. I can't show that kind of information again, Yumi.
You're just gonna have to do the rewind thing. You rewind the show.
Watch again. I guess I could watch again. Get some more views on here. It does that. It does that.
Dude, I gotta say, I've known her for years. I've known her site for years, and her site still distracts me. And sooner or later, and things have to be sooner than later. I'm gonna make sure to get myself a Mothman because I have to have one before they sell out.
Well, you don't have one yet?
No, because when you did the first one, I was kind of broke.
Yeah, valid, very valid. Well, Ralph, next time I'm up in New York for New York Comic Con, I'll just bring you one.
Oh my God, I would appreciate that because I'm like I keep telling myself time to buy.
Yeah, because they're not available anymore. I have a few that like I hold off just in case like sales go, like if like it gets lost in transit. So just send me a message before New York Comic Con.
Oh, definitely. I'm gonna make sure, folks. You will see the whole video as I finally get my butt cute Mothman.
Now, next time on Alpacasews on Bitten.
Exactly.
Yes.
Previously on Alpacasews. Alpacasews. I still want to say
that's my legal. I told you I'm going to become a lawyer.
You know what you do? You need to do a cosplay where you show up as the She-Hulk and you go Alpacasews.
Yes. I dress up as my persona. I don't have one, but it's an alpaca dressed as a lawyer. And there we go. That's Alpacasews.
There you go. Exactly.
We now have a mascot.
Exactly. There you go.
Exactly.
Dude, you should get one of your artist friends or yourself. You're an artist.
Yes.
And you should do a little thing and like, wait, you have a little lawyer on your booth?
Oh, that's Alpacasews, my alter ego. I'm Alpacasews, but Alpacasews, you don't mess with that bitch.
Look what you did.
Yumi's going in trying to find, but yeah, I'm working on trying to create really cool packaging that creates an experience.
I think you already do that, and I appreciate that you're continuing to do that.
Yes,
because I think, dude, nobody else was thinking about making.
Yes,
and it's huggable and it's soft and
you can put pencils in it. That's what I do. I have so many of them because so many of them. They're my pencil patches.
You should.
But it's like I'm trying to really create a universe, like with the children's books, with everything like that. I'm trying to create a universe, and so I'm trying to create packaging that adds to that. So I'll give you a little sneak peek, I guess. I'll give this to you guys. A Big Apple exclusive. But I'm actively working on making box, like a coffee kitten cafe that's a box. And so it's like it'll connect to other boxes that look like little stores. And so you connect them all, it's like a little street. So we're really creating like the Alpacasews main street, like a little downtown with characters and things like that. So very exciting, but it's probably not going to happen until 2026. But
that sounds like a lot of work. Yeah, so it should take you a lot of time.
It's so much work, Ralph.
I was going to say, I'm listening to you talk, and I'm like, ooh, that sounds like a lot of work.
But it's going to be so good. It's going to be so good.
Dude, just seeing that at a convention.
Yeah.
Because that's a display and a half, right?
Yes,
there.
It is. Yeah. So I'm working on some like baby steps, so making some for conventions that I'm doing, so anybody who wants to go to a convention like in the mid to second half of the year, we're doing blind box for B grades. So we have a lot of B grades plushies, mostly because we quality check every single plush that comes into our warehouse. If there is even something like a weak seam that we think that you could break it if you put a little bit of pressure, it's B graded. We don't put anything out that's anything but high quality.
Well, no, you can tell. And folks, I'm telling you, when you buy them, usually sometimes you worry. It's a whole, my daughter's left our friend up a bit.
They can take it. But so because of that, we have so many B grades. And so I don't want to toss them. I can't give them to charity because they are B grades. I'm not going to give just because they're like broken. I don't think someone who's going through a hard time deserves a broken toy. But what I do is I sell them for 50% off online. Or what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing these like mystery boxes with really cool graphics, actual like boxes that you can pick up, and we're going to have them at shows, like have a mystery box experience, and you're going to get like a free sticker sheet and like a little like accessory with it in there.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's going to be a really fun, like you can like it's going to have a different B grade, different sticker sheet, different accessories. So no matter which one you get, it's going to be different. Unless like you get all of them and you somehow find every single combination. Listen, I did a lot of statistics in college. I couldn't tell you the statistics of that. But we're really just trying. I say we. It's me. It's me.
It's funny. You're like, I'm supposed to have a team.
And the royal we. But I'm working on constantly improving the experience for customers because like when I look at something, I really like to welcome back, Yumi.
Now you
really
have a bunch of other stuff that we talked about. And
yeah, we missed out even more sneak peeks. Let's rewind again.
Yeah.
But so I'm constantly always trying to improve, and especially as we go into wholesale, because we are trying to get into some big box stores. Yeah. How can I create a stuffed animal and an experience that people will remember, but also be different than like Jellycat or like Build-A-Bear or something like the big brands? And so I'm always kind of trying to think outside the box. Will they work? Maybe not. Maybe not.
You try hitting up New York Toy Fair?
I'm not quite ready there.
Okay.
I tried to go actually as an attendee just to go look, but I couldn't get a ticket.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's industry, so
it is.
There was no like manufacturer like ticket to get in.
I thought there was like an industry type of ticket you can get.
I didn't qualify. They didn't let me in.
That's what it is?
I was like,
please don't worry about it because we try to get into the press all the time. Sometimes somebody helps us get in.
Yeah.
And then most of the times they go, Ralph, you don't have the big numbers.
Yeah, I'm like, listen, I can be an influencer who rates plushies. I can do it.
Exactly.
Just give me 5 minutes. I can make this the best video you ever seen. So I'm constantly trying. And so next year, hopefully I'll be going to the big trade shows and having these fun displays.
Nice.
But it's all about how do you stand out and be different than the big companies. And so that's
you're on your way to doing that.
Because,
I think one of the reasons people like your booth at New York Comic Con was because you stand out.
Yeah. So we're working on it. I'm always looking for improvement. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, Ralph. I don't know if you can tell.
Yeah, and that's why we've had so much fun with this conversation. Oh, look at this.
A bearded dragon plush. Now, I don't think that's in my future, but if you know how to sew, I know a fantastic pattern for one that I bought and I've never had time to make. It's by Sew Desuni. They have the best bearded dragon pattern I've ever seen. Holy Night on Etsy. Highly recommend. I don't know if you can sew or find someone in your life who can, but it is so good. So good. Like I would never be able to beat it in my designs. So
I'm surprised they're not doing the bearded dragon. It makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Well,
thank you so much for having me.
Oh, no problem. I hope you guys all had fun because I had a blast. All right, and I can't wait to see Emily again.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see her again. I can't wait to see you back on the show.
Yeah.
So do yourself a favor. I put it there in the comment section. Go check her out. You want one of these stuffies. The trash can is cute and huggable. Just like our little guys here, cute and huggable inside his little cozy little pot.
And if you want one in a trash can,
there you
go. Little trashy little guy, you can check it out on Backerkit live until April 1st.
There you have it, folks. And of course, Michael will be back because his Kickstarter kicks off at the end of the month.
Yes.
And you guys will get to see more beautiful stuff from him.
Yeah, you guys are going to have to fight me to be a top 20, though.
Exactly. I think that's going to be the fight now because I
want
one of those special books.
Yeah. Ralph, love you, but I will fight to the death.
Hopefully, we're both in the top 20.
Yeah, exactly.
And of course, folks, if you guys heard me in the beginning when I was showing off my beautiful little mic from Wham Stand, do yourself a favor. Hit them up because he will do stuff. He'll work with you to make things happen. And I got to say, he does a lot of stuff that just shows up your beautiful stuff. Wham Stand is amazing. He does all this stuff. This is all him. And like I said, if you got a comic booth or you want to show off your books, he'll make it easy to show off your books. You know,
Oh,
and
yeah.
look at little Jeff
Oh,
there.
that's so cute.
This is fantastic. This is the rack he makes to show off the comics.
Oh, wow.
Pulled apart. Yep, and he's giving one away right now from the looks of it.
Ooh.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Man, look at this.
Well,
Very easy to
I
put
guess we have to
together.
fight again. I guess
And oh my God, look.
that looks really good.
Yeah, and I like the fact that, like I said before, the good thing about it is that the tags, the logos and stuff, he'll make them for you if you give it to him, and he'll set it up so you'll have your personal logo on it, because these things are magnetic and they come right off to make life easier.
Wow.
Folks, go check out Wham Stand. You know you want to. He does a lot of beautiful work. Look at that. That's just to show off your book.
That's good. That's good.
Yep, folks. That's Wham Stand, folks. Go check him out. He does a lot of great work, as all these people do. Like I said, we hunt the passion and we show you the passion. You know, Emily, keep doing the great work.
You too. You too.
And folks, on this show, when it ends, I press this button and this happens. So see, folks, now you go back